now.
At this point, Metro PD is complicit.
Federal enforcement ramps up in the district as D.C. police change their policy on helping immigration agents. The reaction from community members tonight.
It's going to stay classically warm as we head into the end of the week. We'll let you know if that humidity could back off a little bit Friday into Saturday.
A new investigation into Fairfax County Public Schools, why Governor Glenn Youngkin is sounding the alarm over alleged abortion access for teens.
In Fairfax County, fire and rescue lending a helping hand ahead of the start of the school year.
Being here, packing up the backpacks, seeing it go into the hands of guidance counselors and teachers and principals of the local schools brings joy to our heart.
We'll take you behind the scenes. And the world is her pond. A look at the giant duck that's taking world titles and where you can find her next.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Tosin Fakile. Mark Hall will join us starting at 6. President Donald Trump's takeover in the district is in full swing and happening now. DC Police Chief Pamela Smith signing an executive order allowing DC Police notify ICE agents about people who are not currently in custody. And this comes as President Trump ramps up federal law enforcement presence in the district. FBI director announcing 45 arrests overnight, 29 of them immigration related. As part of Trump's takeover, homeless camps also being moved out of the district. We'll have the latest on that in just a minute. But first, we're going to head on over to DC News Now's Marielle Carbone. She's joining us live in Columbia Heights. Marielle, what are you learning right now?
Well, Tosin, as you mentioned, this new change in MPD policy comes from an executive order, and it essentially allows D.C. officers to work more cooperatively with those federal agents. We are already starting to see that out here on the street with federal agents picking up a food delivery driver here in Columbia Heights, followed by an MPD response. It's an incident that has some community members reeling. This is the black unmarked truck that federal agents took off in Thursday morning after detaining a food delivery driver who was parked sitting on 14th Street in Columbia Heights. His moped left behind and later confiscated by MPD. Witnesses say the man was taken in for no reason while waiting to pick up an order at Chipotle.
It's my first time to see that. I always heard about it, but I never...
Miran Walkin was there.
It's so bad.
It was shocking. I just can't believe that this is happening.
Diana, who agreed to speak with us if we didn't show her face, also witnessed the aftermath.
He's not doing anything wrong, and so they just grabbed an innocent man who was working.
She and others now living in fear.
I feel that sense of fear. I am a U.S. citizen, but I have many friends, I have many family who have been impacted by this.
The incident comes on the heels of this. Neighbors protesting a vehicle checkpoint set up just down the street the night before. According to White House officials, 29 people were arrested in D.C. for immigration-related offenses Wednesday night. The exact reasons are unclear. Meanwhile, D.C. Police Chief Pamela Smith signing this executive order, allowing officers to assist federal immigration enforcement by sharing information on people not in MPD custody and by providing transportation for immigration employees and detained people.
And it does seem optically like Metro PD is complicit.
Community members emotional, rallying against all that's happening.
These are our neighbors, and they're not doing anything other than doing their jobs.
And this isn't an isolated incident. We saw another driver on a scooter surrounded by 5 police officers earlier today. Now, Tosin, there were some advocates out here handing out flyers like this one. It gives information for if you are detained by ICE or see somebody else detained. Also, these red cards, they have constitutional rights on them. You can hand it to the police officer in case you are detained. That's the latest out here. Reporting live in Columbia Heights, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Marielle. Important reporting, and D.C. Police Union supporting the new change, saying, quote, "We stand with President Trump's recognition of the crime crisis and Mayor Bowser's efforts to align MPD with federal priorities." Meantime, the homeless community right here in D.C. also being a target of the president. Between the Kennedy Center and the U.S. Institute of Peace, that homeless community was moved today. It's one of 2 remaining encampments to be cleared following President Trump's executive order. The president said this week people experiencing homelessness will be moved far from the Capitol.
This is a form of discrimination. DHS says that they have a spot for storage, so I'm going to put my stuff up in there. I heard that there's a shelter over in Southeast that I can hopefully spend the night in.
Local organizations around the city are concerned about what this will mean for people experiencing homelessness, including having enough beds for those who need it. And you can see our full coverage of President Trump's takeover of D.C. police on our website, dcnewsnow.com. You'll also find reactions to the president's latest move, what families in the district can expect, and a breakdown of violent crime statistics. Police say is at a historic 30-year low. It's time to get a check of our forecast with meteorologist Damon Matson. Damon, summer came back with a vengeance.
It's still hot. It's still humid, right, Tosin?
It's too humid.
And we're not getting any relief just yet because the front that did bring some of the rain yesterday, it still hasn't quite worked through the entire DMV. And because of some of that heat and humidity we've built up out there today with the front nearby, we have additional rain and storms bubbling up in parts of the area. Now, this activity is widely scattered. We're seeing the highest concentration of heavier rainfall down across St. Mary's, Calvert counties in southern Maryland. There is one cluster of storms back up toward the Baltimore Metro, northern Anne Arundel County, feeling the brunt of that as well. D.C., though, is completely quiet, at least at this point. A couple of showers nearby in Prince George's County near Bowie and Kettering, but that's about it. And then we did have a line of storms that drifted out of Frederick and Washington counties, even parts of Carroll County, but the eastern part of that line has fallen apart. And then we do have some steadier rain working through northern Loudoun County near Sterling and Leesburg, but it's not really producing any sort of major impact. Yes, we have some heavier downpours, a few flashes of lightning, but flooding, severe weather, not really a big time concern as we move forward here this afternoon and on into the evening. So we have another few hours with these scattered storms and the heavier rainfall, but by the time we hit sunset around 8 p.m., all of that activity is expected to wind down just that quickly, and we will have quieter conditions heading into the overnight hours. Now, do we finally kick out this humidity and get some quieter conditions heading into the day on Friday? We'll have that answer for you in your full forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. In the district, we now have new details in a shooting that happened in Northwest Wednesday. The woman injured in that shooting has died. Police identified her as Mignon Brown Massey. The shooting happened on 15th Street in Benning Heights. She was rushed to the hospital where she died. Police are asking anyone with information about the shooting to contact them. D.C. Police is extending its juvenile curfew zone in Navy Yard. It goes into effect tomorrow till Monday, starting at 8 o'clock each night and ending at 11 p.m. The zones include east of South Capitol Street and south of Interstate 695. The curfew is happening the same time as the district-wide curfew. That starts at 11 p.m. and ends at 6 in the morning. In Montgomery County, the search is on for two suspects after a stabbing and carjacking took place minutes apart on Georgia Avenue in Silver Spring. Investigators say the carjacking happened in the Aspen Hill area just after 10 last night. Then 15 minutes later, a man was stabbed in front of a Golden House restaurant in downtown Silver Spring. That man was rushed to the hospital and is expected to be okay. No one was hurt in the carjacking. There's no word on any arrest. Police do not believe the incidents are connected. Right now, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin sounding the alarm, announcing an investigation into Fairfax County Public Schools. The investigation follows reports school employees helped facilitate abortions for teenage students in 2021. DC News Now's Randy Bass is at FCPS headquarters in Falls Church with more. Randy.
Yes, and one teacher we talked to today from Centerville High School says she has been trying to sound the alarm on this to school officials, school administrators for years. Plus, we had the chance to ask the governor himself about these allegations today. Youngkin announcing that Virginia State Police investigation Wednesday into allegations that Fairfax County school officials had arranged for minors to get abortions without parental consent and with the help of public funds.
I thought it was important for us to have a criminal investigation, and that's why I've asked the state police to get involved directly. The Bureau of Criminal Investigation is the best in the Commonwealth, and we're going to get to the bottom of this, and if the allegations are true, we're going to hold people accountable.
Virginia law requires at least one parent's consent or a judicial bypass before a minor can receive abortion care. daycare. Centerville High School ESOL teacher Zenaida Perez says she learned about an alleged student abortion and tried to alert school officials back during the 2021-2022 school year.
When I heard that she received all the logistics and the support from the school social worker, I asked her, how much was it? Where was it? And give me all the information. I want to know. She was only 17. Her legal guardian was unaware of what's happening here.
Perez says she's tried multiple times to get those answers from administrators, sharing this letter to the school principal with DC News Now, signed and dated 3 years ago.
I couldn't believe it. I had to digest it, but I told the school principal about the situation and he didn't do anything. But in reality, what he was doing was covering everything up.
Now, we asked for comment from Fairfax County Public Schools today. They shared this statement with us saying, in part, we are fully prepared to cooperate in the state police investigation into these 2021 allegations. As this is an ongoing personnel matter, we are unable to comment further at this time. And this story is still developing, and we'll bring you new details as we learn them. In Falls Church, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, Randy, thank you for that report. The National Museum of American History is closed after a battery fire. Officials responded after 11:15 this morning to Constitution Avenue. It's unclear when the museum will reopen. Today in the district, a summer graduation ceremony, also called Rainbow Graduation. 51 students from DC Public Charter School Board and DC Charter School Alliance walked across the stage and received diplomas. The event inside MLK Junior Library in Northwest honors students who were not able to graduate in the spring, giving them a chance to celebrate with family.
I'm so excited. I've been waiting to apply to cosmetology school so that I can further open my business. Honestly, it's like the best feeling. To anybody out there, I really want to tell you, if you feel like giving up, please don't ever give up, because it's always light on the other side.
I'm so proud to be the state superintendent for a group of students who show this kind of fortitude and recognize the importance of education.
As students return to the classroom on Monday, August 18th. Well, the largest jackpot in Virginia has been claimed. The anonymous winner won $348 million jackpot. That winning ticket was bought at a store in Burgess. While the winner will stay behind the curtain, the first big purchase will be a lawnmower.